Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going.
And we are underway from Santa Clara.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, you know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Just a yard on the pickup there. They'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Shotgun now for Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
First down, here's Mitchell.
Nifty move. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, there was plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Deebo Samuel, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
While you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, You definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Lance.
And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
On the return is Williams. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. It's complete to Hopkins.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Here's Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL. You have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
The Niners at 12-3 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On second down, here's Mitchell. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 40-yard.
13 yards there and a Niner first. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back. As ready.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready? And now they'll throw with Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
He got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talked often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
67 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Second down, here's Davis Price.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Ready.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to run with Mitchell.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
The Lance now to throw. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. In motion comes the tight end left.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On play action, Lance.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Come on, guys, dig deep.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Been able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
They'll try and run for it. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle.
And he's going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. 2nd and 5 now. Lance. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They run over center with Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Lance going to keep it on the option. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Off of play action, here's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. On 4th down, Stafford. And it's going to be batted down. We'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. And he'll be kicking into the wind in the 4th quarter now. And his kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, as everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. The Rams on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
A handoff from Mitchell running left.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And some nice running going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams' 20-yard line.
89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's another big-time run, and it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
To throw, it's Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
And the Niners are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Stafford.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Let's go. Go set.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, here's Davis Price.
And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Go!
An option give to Davis Price. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash, and this one just a chip in. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They snap it to Stafford. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying the right side with Mitchell. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Check right. Ultra. Go ultra.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
So for San Francisco,
they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with one game remaining.